Hello, welcome back to the episode of Notes and Noses by Paris Corner.
I have a question for you. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
To me or to her?
To her.
Okay, I'm ready.
Now I'm scared. I have a bottle of perfume that my mother gifted to me on my wedding day back in 2004.
Wow. And you have 4,000.
5,200.
1,400.
Do we hear that?
How did they make this?
It's gooey.
It's delicious.
Oh yes.
I hate this coffee. This coffee's horrible. 3 months later, I'm like, this
I
is
love
my
your coffee.
favorite.
I've been there too.
The molten caramel. Oh,
Oh
dear
yes,
God.
oh yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Molten caramel is something else.
Yeah.
There's the problem.
Perfume is dangerous.
Oh, dear.
Hey, mommy.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry. This chair is ugly. I don't like it.
Why? What? Wait, say that again?
Oh, I said what I said, girl.
I have an answer to that.
The new. True or false?
False.
Thank you.
Micro.
The perfume angel changed my life.
Perfume isn't just about smelling nice. It's about memories, identity, and how we express ourselves. And today, I've got two guests who truly live for fragrance. So first, we have Daniel Dina. He's a TV host, he's a singer, and he's a big name in the perfume world. He's got his own line of fragrance, and he's a perfume designer. Imagine he's got like more than 5,000 perfume collection. How cool is that? And he always speaks his mind. If he doesn't like a perfume, he'll just say it. And that's what makes him stand out. He's very hardworking and very bold. And then we also have Dina. She's a fragrance reviewer and she's an aspiring perfumer. She's also communications head of a big company and she's currently studying perfumery. She loves all scents. And not just that, she knows what she's talking about and she brings a very thoughtful vibe to the table. So let's welcome Dina and Daniel.
Thank
I'm
you.
so happy to have you on my podcast.
It's our honor.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
So let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
I want to know what sparked your obsession with perfume. Was there a specific scent or moment that sparked the whole obsession?
Oh, you want me to go first?
I'll
Yeah.
go for it. Okay.
Okay,
You want me to go
okay.
first? I
Oh,
was
no,
going to say
okay.
ladies first.
Oh, thank you.
I'll go then. Okay. I got this then. Go.
Well, it started with me a couple of years ago. I've always been a collector, but a couple of years ago. So I'm a single mom and my sons grew up enough to move out. So they were flying out of college, halfway across the planet, might I say. And I had a lot of time on my hands. We call it the empty nester syndrome. And I decided I was just lying in bed one day, just having nothing else to do, just scrolling through the reels on Instagram. And I found a review of fragrance and I got intrigued. And I just kept on watching and watching and watching.
About perfume.
About perfumes. You know, the mini reels there where people review fragrances, basically what we do now.
Yeah.
And that's when I got to know that there is much more to fragrance than just that pretty bottle on my dresser that I'm enjoying. And that's how it started. I wanted to read more. I started consuming more knowledge. I started watching documentaries. That's when I got to know about, notes and nose and designer and niche and all that. And I started collecting, educating myself. Then I had my formal education and that's where
So
it
you were
started.
truly passionate about it.
Not until I actually watched a proper reel. And that's when I got to know there is way more than just water that smells nice.
Smelly water.
Smelly water. Well, in a good way.
Yeah.
So when did you start your Instagram?
Well, there are two phases to my Instagram. I started off first in a non-serious way, just taking pictures and writing down my thoughts.
Casually.
Very, very casually. And that was about a year ago. And it was basically because
You started your Instagram a year ago, young lady?
Oh,
A
but
year
you don't want to scroll down to my old
Oh,
posts.
now, of course, I think we all should do that.
2024.
It was around, the whole journey started in October 2023, but I set up my Instagram page in end of February 2024.
Wow.
But then the real actual reviewing started in, I'd say, around November 2024. So pretty recent. Not so long ago.
Do you post every day?
I try.
Okay.
That's the goal, but it never happens because I have a full-time job and then my kids, thankfully, decide to visit me every once in a while.
That's nice.
So, and yeah, things happen. I have family over or social commitments, plus the job and
And podcasts.
well, now podcasts, yeah. So ultimately, yes, I try to post once a day, but practically speaking, it happens about 4 times a week if I'm realistic.
How about you, Danny?
So I was raised in a home where looking good and making yourself, being showering, your hair clean, your hair done. My mother would do her makeup, and her fragrance collection was a thing. And before we had internet, yes, I'm that old. We didn't have influencers and people telling us that it was okay. But my mother was very, very much into her self-love. I call fragrance as well as makeup, as well as hair care, as well as
Self-love.
showering. It's all self-love,
Yeah,
especially for moms that don't have a lot of time to
that's
themselves.
true.
The 15 or 20 minutes that they're in the shower and getting ready for their day
True.
or getting ready at night to go to bed, those are those moments where it's a form of self-love.
True.
However much time you give yourself. So when my mother and my brother and I and my sister, we were growing up, our mother loved Chanel and loved Guerlain and Givenchy and Bulgari and all these Cartier and all the. She was very much that woman, and she we were privileged enough to have my father, her husband, and that we lived a life of luxury, to be honest with you. And she collected. I think my mother back then in the 80s and 90s had probably more than 300 fragrances
Oh, wow.
back then.
Back then.
And
Does she still have
my mother, yeah, I mean, she technically still has them. Yes, she still, yes.
more than 300 or more than
She
1,000?
downsized when they moved. They're older now, so she doesn't really go out as often as you
She
know
used to.
as she used to. But in her heyday, she was definitely Miss Socialite. So growing up, I became a model at 9 years old, and by 11 years old, I actually became the first face of Ralph Lauren's Polo Sport fragrance for men
Oh,
when I
wow.
was 11 years old. So when I was given the first fragrance and I was 11, I'm 43 by the time this airs, I'm sure. Um, I became obsessed with the reaction of self-confidence that came with wearing this fragrance, knowing that I smelled good and being a teenager and hormones and all the smells, if you're a mother of two kids, you know what I mean.
You
Yeah,
have
I
two
suffer from.
kids?
I have 2 sons. Yes. Well,
Oh, I thought
they
it was one.
two
And that's a handful. My brother and I were like,
2 boys.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Damn.
So fragrance as well as looking good meant feeling good about yourself, right? I
True.
feel my best when I know that I smell good, when I'm confident about what I'm wearing, when I'm confident that my hair looks good. It all plays into self-love and
True.
self-confidence. So, of course, then
And
becoming
expressing yourself.
correct. That was my next thing. I think, self identity, solidifying my identity separate from everyone else around me. Not better, not worse, not more, not less, just me. And fragrance has a lot to do with creating, your own moment for that day.
No, that's very true. And you have a lot of influence in fragrance world. I want to know how you became from a consumer to an influencer to an expert. Like people listen to you and people love you, and it's because you are who you are and you're very bold and you speak your mind, and that really makes you stand out. So how? I want to know the journey.
So I am in that sense, I think like Dina, in the sense that I never thought that social media was going to become such an important part of my everyday and of my life and a job. Um, it's fun and I think we enjoy what we
Yes.
do, but that's at the end of the day, it's a job like any other. It doesn't look like a 9 to 5, but it is a job.
Do you still enjoy it?
I love what I do. And on top of the fact that I'm super opinionated, so you give me the space to say my opinions, I'm going to love it. You know what I mean? I love that I have the space and I'm grateful beyond any words that I could use to express it. I am beyond grateful that my Teak Teak family, which is what I call them, I don't like the word followers. I don't like the word fans. I don't like it. It feels so superficial to me personally. So, my Teak Teak family, they
TikTok.
no.
No?
So when you pick up makeup with a makeup brush
Okay.
and you get rid of the excess, what do? Tick tick.
Tick tick.
So my TT family has graciously given me the space to not only give my opinions, because that's essentially what we do. It's just giving our
Yeah.
personal opinions and reviewing fragrances, but given me the space to be as authentically honest as I am. I
And
don't
they
have.
really like that.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I think that we don't do anybody help. We're not helping anybody if we're sugarcoating or lying to anybody, saying this is the best vanilla you've ever smelled. And at the end of the day, they're going to go spend their hard-earned money. And in this day and age, it's hard to make money. Why is it fair to the consumer, to my Teak Teak family, to any viewer that's watching my videos? Why is it fair to them for me to lie and say I like something if I don't like it?
No, that's very, very good.
And maybe somebody else will like it, but me, on my page, on my real estate, I'm not gonna lie. If I don't like
Yeah.
something, I'm sorry. This chair is ugly. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's important to
I
be
like this chair, but you know what I mean.
authentic.
I'm just saying I don't have an ability to lie to them, and I think that it's the most. My loyalty is to my Teak Teak family, the people, the viewer, that give me the opportunity, the 15 seconds, the 1 minute, the 3 minutes of you watching my video that I spent my time on filming and editing for you. I only have one job. It's to remain honest and have integrity.
True.
And there is no money that can pay me for an honest review, an honestly. There's no dishonest. Correct. God, wow, I need more coffee.
No money can buy you.
No money, and it never has. And I
Yeah.
think that some brands have had a big problem with that, because I'm not the normal creator. I don't think that Dina is either. You can't buy our positive review. If we don't like something, we're gonna say it.
But the strong brand will reach out to someone like you because they want the integrity behind and that credibility that you have because you say it like it as it is. You don't sugarcoat anything.
I
So,
don't.
Yeah,
I think that I have one job, and it's to maintain my integrity.
absolutely.
And if we have one person viewing our video or 1 million people viewing our video, we have one job, and it is to never lie to them. That's it.
Bravo. I like that. 10 on 10. Now my question is to Dina. So now you're learning perfumery. You're getting to know more about perfumes, the other side of perfume. Tell me something that you've discovered which surprised you the most.
Well, it's hard to say something. There's a lot of things.
Just one thing, maybe, or like few things, or the most,
Yeah, I
something
can
that shocked you the
I'll
most.
try to summarize. It's like a Pandora's box, and it's a completely different
one?
world. A Pandora's box. So you've opened a box of surprise, a world of surprises, and it's marvelous. It's taken me to a whole different area. First of all, the fact that perfumery is one of the rare sectors or areas where you need both the lab coat and the artistic expression. So it's not just the art and it's not just the science, it's an intersection between both. I have not known that. I just saw I think I underestimated it. Just like anyone else,
Mm.
we do not realize the amount of work that goes behind it and the teams that work behind it from a different perspective, all the the different sides of the game, the different angles, in order to work together harmoniously and create one beautiful fragrance that would transform people's emotions. So that's the biggest thing that I have learned.
So there's a lot of work that goes
Oh, absolutely.
beyond. Okay.
Yeah. That smirk says a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
listen, I can agree with that statement. I think that going from a consumer, someone who collected my whole life, loved to smell good, had my opinions, I still had absolutely no understanding of the incredible job and responsibility that perfumers have. Not only in understanding what the brand or the sorry, not only understanding what the brand or house or designer or whoever it is that was launching this fragrance wanted, but also the perfumer's responsibility to create something new. How to create something new. The market is so oversaturated
Yeah.
with so many thousands among thousands of fragrances that launch every month.
Do you think we
A month.
accidentally end up making someone else's perfume without knowing that they've already made the perfume?
Well, that's a whole other story.
That's a different story. Yeah, that opens a whole lot of conversation there.
So I come from I'm a musician of 30 plus years, and I'm a songwriter and
And a TV host.
a TV host, just like you.
Yeah.
And
And you have your own
makeup brand and all
and
sorts
line
of
of
things.
fragrance.
I don't get bored. I can say that. I don't stop. I think that being a songwriter taught me one very important thing about anything creative.
What is it?
We are always, even if it's unintentionally,
Yeah.
inspired by something that we've already experienced. So, with that said,
Correct.
the word dupe and inspired by and stealing and fake and oh, I've heard that before, you copied. I don't know. It depends. That's where integrity needs to come in, because there are dupes and there are inspired by fragrances, and there are songs that have completely stolen a melody or sampled a melody, right? Or a singer can take a lyric from some song that existed and change the melody. Is it different or is it the same? It's a very gray area here in anything artistic, because at the end of the day, you're never going to write a new song. You're going to be inspired by whatever music you heard your whole life.
Yeah.
Same as fragrance, in my opinion. I think based on a normal consumer probably doesn't own more than 20 fragrances or 30 in their life.
And you have 4,000, 5,000.
5,200 something.
And you are
1,400 almost. Yeah,
Do we
within
hear
that
that?
range.
5,000 plus and 1,400 plus. I think like 2 years down the line, you'll have more than 5,000.
Well, maybe.
Well, I also think that Dina and I have two different jobs within the fragrance
Yeah.
reviewing and perfumery and creativity and the space. There's a lot of different things that we do. We do review fragrance, yes, that we have in common. But I have also been a collector of vintage anything. If I hear the word discontinued, I buy 3. If I hear the word, this is no longer the same formula, I will make it my job to find the original formula, and I will pay thousands of dollars for it.
Just for that.
Absolutely.
And so that's why you have 5,000.
Listen, some people collect art. I collect purses and fragrance.
Do you think the perfume smell changes over time?
Absolutely.
Like, is there an
yes.
expiry date?
Well, expiry is one thing and changes is another. So does it change? Absolutely. Does it
Absolutely?
expire? Oh, yes, of course it has to change.
So there is expiry date.
Not really. That's where we have to draw the line.
Because
So change doesn't mean expire.
Right.
Okay.
So change is actually most probably to the better. So, and that's why if you have any bottle of fragrance of any brand, especially if it's a see-through bottle, buy it and observe that bottle every month. The color will always get darker, no matter what.
Why? It's because of the
because the
ingredients.
chemicals oxidize and they
Okay.
react together, and the reaction, the longer they stay, the more they react.
Does
I
it
have a bottle
smell
of
the same?
It's almost like a fermentation. So when
Yes.
you make
Okay.
wine, and you make a wine and then you leave it there and it has to ferment and it has to get stronger, and the older the wine, the better it'll taste. Why? Because the ingredients have now congealed. They've what's it called when you leave a turkey in the fridge and I can't think though, not maceration.
No. We're not going to even use those words.
I was
now.
about to
Yeah.
say, because in
Please.
social media those
Yeah.
words are so overused. What is it called when you leave the
Marinates.
Marinates.
Thank
There you
you.
go. God,
Yeah.
it's almost like letting the juices marinate. It gets more flavorful.
So if I buy a perfume today and then I don't use it for 10 years, and then after 10 years I open it and I
why would
use
you
it, is it
waste
still
it?
going to smell the same? Or?
It won't, but why would you waste such perfect juice? You spray it, enjoy it, and it would. I have a bottle of perfume that my mother gifted to me on my wedding day back in 2004. I still have it. It's much darker. The color changed. That perfume is discontinued by now.
But you
And
Can
it
I ask
smells
what it
much.
is?
Are we even allowed to say it?
Oh, are we allowed to
It's-
say yes? She says yes.
Yves Saint Laurent Champagne.
Wow.
And it's
you
the
see?
old bottle.
That's a bottle that I've never been able to get my
And
hands
that's
on.
an old bottle. The
I'll
old
pay
bottle.
you thousands of dollars for it.
It's the memory. It's the emotions behind
God
it. Remember,
dang it.
perfume is all about the emotions. So I
True.
used it for a while. So I wore it on my wedding day and throughout my honeymoon. And then I kept it because that bottle of perfume, it wasn't even bought for my wedding. So my mother had a small collection and she would never share. So she was very precious about, I'll get you your perfume, I'll get you whatever you want, just stay away from my stuff. And I've always eyed this one. And my mother, rightfully so, because I was 20 years old back then and I smell it on her and
Oh,
I
wow.
wanted one for myself. And she'd say, that's too old for you. That's too old for you. You know how moms are like. And then on my wedding day, she gave me that brand new box and she's like, that's yours. And it was one that she kept since I asked her for it. And she kept it for me and she decided to give it to me when it was special. So I wore it on my wedding day and I wore it in my honeymoon and I still have it until now. And it smells much stronger than it
And
was.
still smells good.
Oh, dear God, yes.
So I have a bottle of, I've collected, we haven't gotten into that, but the perfume Angel changed my life. And that's another good question, right? Maybe that's yours. Mine was Angel changed my life when I was 12 years old. This fragrance comes out a year prior, but I discovered it a year after its launch. I smelled something on my manager at the time, and he wouldn't tell me what it was. And he wouldn't tell me what it was because he was walking around wearing feminine eau de parfum. And he wouldn't tell anybody because he was a straight man, married with one of the most famous female Latin musicians in the world. And he wouldn't tell anybody what it was. So,
Why?
of course, maybe because he was embarrassed that he was
The-
wearing female
The
fragrance.
stigma about genderizing
Ah.
fragrances.
Right. I mean,
well,
nowadays it's 2025. I don't think that matters anymore, but at least it shouldn't.
Yeah.
But back then,
You
in
wouldn't-
1993, it mattered.
but you
You
see,
wouldn't
Jumana,
understand.
sorry, go ahead.
You wouldn't understand just by the smell. Oh, it's feminine. Oh, it's masculine.
Not this
Mm-mm.
fragrance.
Not this one.
Not any fragrance. I mean,
Did you smell me feminine when I walked in today?
No.
There you go. That's what I had on. That should tell you everything. Almost 31 years later, and I am still wearing that fragrance
Wow.
because that's how impactful that fragrance made.
Is it the
made
same one that I tried earlier?
So that's a whole other conversation. Maybe you cut this part out, but that was. I don't care if you don't. So my first bottle that I designed, it was not inspired by. That's a wrong way of saying. It was a blend, a twist, and
of several perfumes that you love.
of several
Yeah.
loves of my life that I mashed up into one bottle. And one of the major ones is Angel, and without the patchouli or whatever. Anyway, so the fact is Angel wound up changing my life as a very much closeted, shy boy from a mom who was very religious. And the only time that I felt authentic in my skin was wearing this beautiful feminine fragrance.
You know, it's all down to, there are no rules that say, for example, rose and jasmine are for women and lavender and woods are for men. That's not fair. It's just, it undermines the possibilities of a lot of scents or potential scents that we have around us. And it depends on whether you like it or not is the question. It doesn't matter if it's for men or for women. And even that doesn't exist anymore or barely exists. Back in the day when they created the pour femme and the pour homme concept, it was basically a sales tactic. But right now,
Marketing.
I would wear a men's fragrance that says pour homme, and there are lots of the pour hommes from the designer industry in particular, and I'd wear them, and nobody can tell that this is a men's fragrance because it depends on how you wear it. It's iris and vanilla or oud and saffron. Who
So
cares if
my
it's sold for
best-
men or women?
Correct. So my best friend, she does not like feminine DNA, right? Floral, sweet,
Yeah.
gourmands. She doesn't like it. One of her favorite fragrances of all time is a Paris Corner fragrance named Rifakat. That is her all-time. You too?
Absolutely, it's
It
my
is
favorite
one of her
from Paris
favorite
Corner.
fragrances of all time. You see my best friend, she's very much female, feminine,
Do we have the
big
perfume now?
dresses.
Yeah.
Rifakat, is it here?
Can I try it?
Rifakat is this almost like oddly sweet, but yet
Smoky and spicy.
smoky and spicy
It's
and
everything.
sensual and sexual and
Oh my God, I want
this
to try the perfume.
There's a
now.
contrast.
very good.
Yeah,
Right.
it has a contrast between the sweetness and the spiciness and the
Correct.
darkness and
Do
the.
we-
But I won't wear it.
Why?
clearly a man. I mean, maybe not clearly, but I won't wear it. I won't wear it. Is it on the set? I'll
Is it
grab
on the
it.
set?
Oh yes, right there
Where?
with the next to the blue. You see the zodiac, not the gold one up here on the second shelf where it says
Second
Paris
shelf
corner.
to the right.
The
Yeah.
one with the white label.
Oh yeah, I've tried it. Yeah,
That.
I like it.
Rifakat.
Yeah.
It is super good.
Yeah, I know.
Very masculine as far as what society would tell you, but I know more women that wear that than men.
Mhm.
I remember I told you I have it in my bag. I really like it. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
I know more
Yeah.
women that wear that fragrance than men, like I know more men that wear Angel than women.
Do you think perfume is dangerous? Because a lot of people say that it's harmful and it can.
Oh dear.
I'm walking
It's
away,
this,
girl.
it's that, it's.
I'm walking away. Give
it
me
can
some
damage your
coffee.
skin. Is it true? I mean, it's a.
Okay, so let's establish
very controversial
something.
topic.
Let's establish something just to nip this in the bud once and for all to address this issue. Because I've heard all sorts of laughable claims like the endocrine disruptors. It has fragrance. It's an
Oh.
endocrine disruptor. Stay away from it. Don't use it. And there are actual reels with millions of views where someone would walk into a store and even with makeup products say, oh, it has fragrance. That's bad for you. It has endocrine disruptors. First of all, there's a wheel of actual endocrine disruptors and it's
I'm letting them know to
okay.
listen to you.
So there's a wheel of actual endocrine disruptors that has been issued officially by the National Institution of Environmental Health. And fragrance is not one of them. That's just for starters.
Okay.
Soybeans is.
Huh?
Soybeans is. So
Okay.
all the fake meat that is in the market, or what is it called? Like barely
Yeah.
meat or just beyond meat or whatever.
Beyond Meat
yeah,
or something like
that's
that.
full of endocrine disruptors. However,
So that's not good.
well, it's
No.
not my place to say whether
Okay.
it's good or not. Maybe in certain quantities. I'm not here
Please
to make any
comment.
claims.
We're not doctors.
Yeah. So, however, so back to the fact that chemicals are bad for you. No, everything is a chemical. Medicine, food, our enzymes, our hormone, everything is a chemical. Everything is made of atoms based off the periodic table that we studied in 6th grade chemistry. So we cannot make those claims. However, when it comes to the fragrance industry, those chemicals are regulated. And unless you follow a certain set of regulations, you're not allowed to sell that fragrance. So, and looking at the synthetic or the chemical aspect versus the natural oils, there are more allergens in natural oils, aside from the case of lack of sustainability. But if I'm going to eliminate the sustainability issue and look just from a chemical and health hazards perspective, that's why there's institutions like IFRA that protects users from overuse of certain chemicals or certain ratios. Some substances are eliminated altogether that were allowed to be used back in the 80s, not allowed anymore. Every single I don't want to exaggerate, but month, there's a new list by IFRA of chemicals and even ratios that are allowed and not allowed to be used. So if anything, it's an over-regulated industry. By the way, everything around us has fragrance. It's not just the perfume. You
That's
cannot
actually true. Nobody died using perfume. No?
Well, in fact, health expectancy rates are higher than ever. Back in 1950 and 1960, the whole life expectancy was about 65. Now, you need to save money for 20 years after your retirement, at least, because that's the average life expectancy. If anything, everything is now safer. People are trying to regulate, or institutions and authorities, regulatory authorities are looking after this. There is higher awareness on what's harmful for our bodies and what's not.
Right.
So again, I'm not going to make claims about everything else. I don't want to start lecturing about the chemicals that are in the actual endocrine disruptors and what are the acceptable
and
ratios.
please, let's get real,
but
bro.
the
We walk out of our
perfume-
house, the sun can kill you.
Yeah.
The pollution can kill you. Like, if we're really going to get into this in-depth conversation about how dangerous everything in life is, like fragrance, for God's sakes, then let me just live in a box underground. I mean, let's get real. You either smell good or do me a favor and shush and
Life
sit
is
down.
nice. Just
Relax.
enjoy it. Life is beautiful. Besides, what about medicine? every single medicine we take is chemicals. Can we survive without medicine now? I mean, our life expectancy is increased because of medicine. Thank you very much.
Do you know that technically Advil has caffeine in it? Advil, Tylenol, acetaminophen, right? The active ingredient in an Advil or a Tylenol. So acetaminophen has an actual, it's proven it causes headaches in order to take away headaches.
Products that say odorless does not mean it does not have a fragrance in it.
Correct.
It includes fragrance elements that neutralizes the smell of those chemicals.
What's the deal with patchouli?
I have no idea. I don't
Why do
know
people
when
fear
this
that?
happened. I don't know when this happened. I feel like you guys at home got so scared of the words like rose and gardenia
Oh, and oud.
and oud and tobacco
Wait,
And patchouli is one of them.
patchouli.
Yeah.
They got so scared. I'm
Oh, and
not
the
sure
jasmine.
when.
Oh, it's indolic. No, it depends. Every single note or element can be implemented in 100 different ways.
Oh my God. Patchouli is one of my favorite things on the skin. Do you understand how sexy patchouli is on the skin? Mix it with a little chocolate, mix it with maybe a lighter white floral, put it in the most beautiful gourmand, and it's going to just thicken it. It's going to give it this base on your skin that's going to cause you to get pregnant.
Do you know what that is called?
What? Wait, say that again.
Oh, I said what I said, girl.
It's sensual.
Very
let's leave it
sensual.
there.
It's attractive.
Okay.
It will get you pregnant.
But
I've
Daniel-
died trying.
Do you know what that means? What we call it from a technical standpoint? It's one of the best fixatives in the fragrance industry.
Is that
Correct.
patchouli? Can I try it? Oh, I have it.
You know what's interesting is that fragrance that we're about to start talking about now is the whole reason why I am sitting here on this set with you with Paris Corner. That is the fragrance that I bought because
From
I
Paris
saw the
Corner.
bottle and like I said, I collect.
Yeah. I have it in my bag.
It's
Ramya.
right here.
No, I have it in my bag. Oh, it's over there.
It's over there
December.
on the bottom.
December.
So December vanilla.
Can I just say something? Talking to
Yeah.
you guys.
Sure.
When you guys talk about like different perfumes, I just feel like I want to try it. So that's the reason why I want to try it. Now continue,
Cool, that's
please.
Oh,
good.
sure. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patchouli.
So I bring it.
Now you were saying something. I
Look,
cut you
yeah,
off.
look.
Oh. Yep.
So when I first saw a commercial or an ad or a photo or something on Instagram, not even on TikTok, I first saw something that showed me this bottle and I was like, December vanilla. Oh my God, it's so good. So I read the notes because on the back of this bottle, by the way, I wish more brands did this all the time, whether on the box or on the bottle, the notes. Okay, watch how I apply. Give me the bottle. This is how you apply this.
I like it.
There
Your
you
hair
go.
too?
Oh, I do my hair.
Mhm.
And I'm a blonde. If the alcohol
I'm good,
doesn't
thank
destroy
you.
my hair,
I
it
like
won't
it.
destroy yours. So
You know, alcohol hurts your hair, though. I do this. I'm an Arab, so
I'm
I
an-
spray all over. But
Does it hurt your hair?
Well, it kind of
It
the alcohol dries
a
out your
little bit.
hair a little bit.
but
so
if you counteract it
Not
with some
much.
conditioner, girl, you're fine.
hair masks as well, that works. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Is it true
So-
And
that
that's
is
the
it true
difference
that I mean
between
I
a
mean,
normal
there's this
perfume and a hair mist. A hair
So?
mist, that's the
has no
difference
alcohol.
between the hair perfume or the hair mist and
hair
a regular
perfume.
perfume.
Right.
The alcohol, they remove the alcohol so it's safer for your hair.
Right. So when I first saw this bottle, I thought that it was such a beautiful bottle. I read the notes and I
Yeah,
was
it's actually
like,
pretty nice.
creme brulee, rum, patchouli, vanilla. I was like, I'm
What's
buying
not
it.
to like?
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, you screaming my name. So I bought it and I got it and I fell in love with it. And before I had ever met anyone at Paris Corner, I posted a video and that video I think today probably has like 7 million views. And they ended up reaching out later. But
Damn.
But
because
in all
of December Vanilla, I wound up buying, Caramel Cascade and Kiss of Delicious and falling in love with at first all their gourmands, or their earlier gourmands, and then I think now I have about 70 Paris Corner fragrances.
Seb, how many?
70, maybe even 80.
I have
Okay.
30.
Just
20?
just to rectify
I
a
have
point
13,
though,
20.
in all fairness, not all patchouli smells like that.
No, this
So
is a
you've got-
very,
yeah.
very gourmand
So
patchouli.
you've got patchouli can be really earthy and smells like
which I love too.
like the dirt after the rain, how it smells exactly like that. Sometimes it just depends on what you put it with. Just like you can't generalize. Some people say, I love chicken, but in certain recipes, you just can't stand it.
Yeah.
And some other areas, you love it and you can't have
True,
enough of it.
true,
That's exactly it.
true.
And that applies to every single note. Some people say oud, oh no, run and hide. Or, oh, it's skanky. The same with jasmine, indolic. No, it doesn't necessarily mean that. It's just a generalization. However, every note can be implemented in different ways and smell in different, like, not smell, but the different aspects of it that can be emphasized.
I will also defend the person who reads the note patchouli and immediately turns away. I'll try to be the devil's advocate here, where I am almost that way every time I see the word muguet. Every time I see the word muguet in a lineup of notes, I'm like, oof.
What's
Muguet is a
Muguet.
white floral.
Oof.
It's a white.
It's a white
a
floral
family of white
technically,
florals, yeah.
but very easily in my words, and I don't mean to insult anybody. I'm not talking about a female body part here. I consider sometimes a floral fragrance can easily become something that I call a vieja cuchi. And when I say that, that's not the female body. Look at her face. She's like, "What did you just say?" So it's not COOCHIE. I'm saying CUCH. Okay. It's a Cuban saying, a Latin saying. When something is cute, you're like, oh my God, that's so cuchi. But when something used to be cute and is no longer, I call it a vieja cuchi because it used to be something
Okay.
cute. Vieja means older, not old woman, just older, something that
I'll have
vintage.
to jump to defend muguets. So muguets, jasmine, and rose are the holy trinity of a fragrance. Any perfume to be designed has to have one of those three. There is not a single fragrance in existence that can be a perfume, an actual wearable perfume, without having one of those three, either rose or jasmine or muguet.
Oh, I love
even,
jasmine.
Even
I
if
love
it's
jasmine too, and I love
sometimes
rose.
it's just in a supporting role. It doesn't have to be the centerpiece of the fragrance. It's somewhere in the background. It's just used in the formula
As
to
a glue.
create that perfumey effect.
Say that again. Rose, jasmine.
Rose, jasmine, and
muguet.
muguet are the holy. These are the three
What's the
key.
third one again?
Muguet, the flower
Muguet
he
is the
was just
flower.
talking
Okay.
about.
That's the one I'm talking about, yeah.
So those three, there is no perfume
It's just a really
that cannot
creamy,
have one of
thick
those
floral.
three. It's a mandatory inclusion in order to give that perfumey aspect.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a note, it might not be an official note, but it is there in the formation of that fragrance, in the formula, just to create that perfume aspect of it.
Which is what I was going to say. I think, recently I've tried to, like I said, if I see the word muguet, I will immediately try to just anyway buy it or anyway smell it or spray it and give it a good wear test and see what happens. And again, there are just some of those accords and notes that just don't work with my pH,
Yeah.
but that might work really well on someone else.
Absolutely.
But there are some beautiful fragrances that have muguet in it that now I own and I actually wear.
Yeah.
So in the defense of someone who sees the word patchouli and is turned off, or oud and is turned off by it, or tobacco and they're like, oh, I don't want it to. Well, not everything is going to smell like tobacco
Yeah.
vanilla. So relax and
you
give it
know-
a shot.
And on the other hand, and it works the other way as well. So it doesn't mean, let's say, for example, one of my favorite notes is tobacco. I see tobacco and I'm drawn. Or tuberose. I see tuberose and I'm drawn. Or
Love
someone would say vanilla. Or again, the generalization works in reverse. That does not mean that every single perfume that lists or that has vanilla or tuberose or jasmine or tobacco or whatever it is that note is going to be good. Because you don't know does it fit
works in
in
the family.
within the whole fragrance?
No.
And B, as you said something really brilliant over that, the way it reacts to your body.
pH, yeah.
I have a friend of mine who's very close, very fine. She has one of the best tastes in fragrance. She wears things and I would be dying for her smell. But then I ask her, and it's a fragrance that I decluttered because I couldn't stand it. It smells great on her, but it turns sour on me.
So wait, so perfume can smell different in different bodies?
It reacts with your enzymes,
100%.
your pH, your chemistry is different.
Did you hear
Have
that?
you ever heard about angel smelling like BO on women?
Oh, a lot of on some people, yes, and that's the case with a lot of other fragrances as
lot of
well,
fragrances.
like Guidance.
Blech.
I love it. It's one of my favorites. There you go. I have it. I have the hair perfume. I got the 46 version of it, the lotion,
I'm sorry.
the whole
but
shebang.
The 46 is good. The 46 is good. I like
What
the
are we
46.
talking
I still like the OG
It's
better.
called Amouage Guidance.
And it's one
it
of the most
went
controversial
so
ones.
viral. So viral. It's
Because of the
supposed to smell
controversy. Yeah.
like a woman's,
It doesn't. Mm-mm.
and it was supposed to be modeled after the. By the way, I heard this directly from someone involved in designing the fragrance. I won't call them out by name, but someone involved in the brands and the perfumers. Anyway, so I was actually told that it was, in fact, that the rumors are true and that it was supposed to be modeled after the perfumer's wife's or what, some shenanigans. I don't know. So maybe it's just because I'm gay, but I don't want to smell that.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Some people cannot stand its smell, and some other people find it the most opulent, most, for me, it's the most feminine or luxurious brand.
And at
I
the
love
same
it.
time-
I can't even describe it.
So we have a friend
And one
who
of the-
wears it.
Yeah.
And when I had a dinner with them, with her for a brand, we were sitting there and I was sitting right next to her and I was like, my God, you smell so good.
There you go.
What is that? And she's like, it's guidance. And I was like, yeah,
No.
okay, whatever. She's like, no, I swear. And she took it out in her purse and I was like, I can't believe it because I hate that fragrance on me.
The art behind it as well, like the mashup of notes together. Nobody would have thought of bringing those elements together in such a smooth, fine way. That's my opinion. I very much enjoy it, that I got it in every way and form that I can possibly have it in. Body lotion, hair perfume, everything.
Oh,
But-
girl, you should come to my studio. I'll give you all of
but by
them.
the
They
way,
gave me
that
like
applies-
5.
That applies to everything else, like other fragrances. I normally do not gravitate much towards spicy fragrances, with a few exceptions, of course, here and there. But friends of mine make fun of my choices sometimes and say, I do not want to be smelled like something that's going to be eaten, like a cupcake or a fruit, and I like gourmand, I like florals, so it's just about
treat.
You both have so many preferences, so many.
Well, your tastes change as you evolve. So when I first started collecting, there was no way I would be seen or smelled alive with a lemon fragrance. Now I cannot have enough of them. I hated neroli with a passion. I love it now. So your spectrum, your palettes expand as you collect. I'm sure you're
I'm looking at my brother over there because he loves
Yeah.
neroli. I love neroli too. I just feel like
your taste changes and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
evolves.
No,
It
mine
keeps
has changed
evolving.
too.
And besides, you like things that you haven't expected to like before, you would just understand and accept now. You'd appreciate them. The more you smell fragrances, the more widen your spectrum, and you can. It's just like tasting.
Which is both of your favorite perfume from Paris Corner?
Ooh, you go
Yeah.
You
first.
first.
That's a tough
Because
question.
you have 70 perfumes.
Ay, ay, ay.
That's just wow.
I would say again, I think December Vanilla will always have a very
Yeah,
special
this
place in
one,
my heart
for sure,
because
yeah.
it's what made me fall in love with
Yeah,
I
it's
always say
actually
that
very
each
nice.
brand has its own kind of stamp or
Mhm.
DNA within their fragrance line. So even if you have a citrus and a full-on chocolate gourmand, they don't smell alike, but the brand itself, whoever makes their juices, tends to have some sort of
DNA.
continuity,
Yeah.
right, between the fragrances. And when I fell in love with the DNA of the Paris Corner, fragrance house, I December Vanilla was my first love, but I will say something: confection will always and forever be in my possession. It is such a sugary, sweet, vanilla candy like bubble gum, so almost on purpose. And
Which
I
one?
say this with love.
They have confection, the golden
one
bottle.
that we
Yeah.
sprayed you with it earlier.
Oh, yeah. This is to be launched.
Oh no, that one. Okay.
No, yeah.
Which one was
confection.
Felicity's the other one. Okay.
Felicity
Yeah, I
is
know
so
this one,
good
I know
too.
this one,
It
I know
is,
this
yeah.
one.
Felicity is good, but
I know this
you know why I use this the most? Alone is beautiful on a fresh, hot day. It's almost like fresh candy, sweet, sugary, and at the same time, girl, you're gonna walk around smelling like a Macy's parade. I think she sprayed herself, by the way, since the beginning of this shoot, probably about 50 different fragrances. Look at her face. She literally is gonna smell like a Macy's counter by the time we're done here. I think that confection is going to always be something that throughout the year
Mm-hmm.
is something that I will always have with me. In fact, no lies are told when I say that if Remya was on camera right now and I asked her, her answer would be yes. I need you to scream it. Is it true or is it not true that before arriving here from the city that I was in Dubai, Did I not ask you to please send to my hotel room a bottle of confection? Yes, she says yes. I didn't want to bring a full-size bottle with me from Miami because it's harder to travel with so many bottles, and I knew that coming over here I could ask them to just give me a bottle, because the one thing I wanted from them while I was here was a bottle of confection.
Damn. So these two are your favorite perfume.
Right now, there's something more coming in the works that I can tell you is definitely my favorite.
How about yours?
I wish I was as decisive as you are, because it depends on the context. If I'm talking about the gym scent or a fresh scent, so to speak, then I'd definitely go for Manal, which is a criminally
good.
underrated. Why is
So
nobody speaking
good.
about Manal?
That's another one that my girl best friend, she's a female and she reaches for that
God.
all the time. She loves that. I love
And
that DNA
every
too,
time I wear it at the gym, someone asks me what I'm wearing.
though.
Is it from Paris Corner?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, of
Paris
course,
Corner,
it's
but it's one
blue.
of the earlier creations.
Nah, but it's
Yeah.
we
Like
just
a year and a
talked
half
about it on a
ago,
Mega Live.
2 years ago,
Oh,
maybe.
this year.
It's not here.
I think it was
not
2
here.
years ago because I
2
I was
years
one of
ago.
the- yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
I want to now try it.
It is so good.
They're
Relax.
so-
You're not gonna spray that on yourself too.
So
Yes, I
Manal.
will.
Hollywood, she's like, yes, I will.
So from a fresh perspective, I'd have to say Manal. It's ethereal. It's a floral, but it's a fluffy white floral that is fresh, aquatic. It's a lot of things together. It's very elegant. I can wear
Nobody
it at the
talks about
beach. I
it.
can wear it to the gym. It's just very transparent.
And unisex.
And unisex. So that's if I'm talking freshies. If I'm talking about the evening, I have to say Rifaqat. Through
Oh,
and
yeah.
through.
see?
Rifaqat is a love
Yeah.
story.
I love how you
Oh,
say
dear
that.
God.
Say it.
Rifaqat.
Ay, mommy.
Rifaqat.
Oh, thank you.
Ay, Dios mío.
Come on.
Stop.
Do you like gourmand perfumes? What is it? I'm sure a lot of people don't know
okay,
that.
speaking of gourmand, can I say something?
Yes.
I am not so heavy on gourmand, but one gourmand has my heart, and I smelled it and I gasped. The molten caramel. Oh, dear
Oh, yes.
God.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yes,
listen
yes,
Molten
to
yes.
caramel
me.
is something else.
Yeah.
Listen, I smelled all
Yes,
the flankers, and they're
yes.
all
You know
very
what?
well
Right
done,
there.
but molten
Right
caramel
there.
is like nothing else.
Listen, molten caramel is one of the most underrated, that I will say is underrated, because a lot of people talk about it, and those who have it understand what we mean. The buttery caramel, burnt sugar, vanilla, daddy come get it
Oh,
Yeah, you know,
of that
it's-
fragrance.
And even from a technical perspective, I
Let's keep
smelt
it
it, and I
halal.
want to know
Oh.
how.
You put me on camera, girl.
You know, Jumana, there are different ways to implement to give that illusion of texture in a fragrance. So you can
Yeah.
give that boozy effect, or that powdery effect, or that ambery feeling, or resonant, or call it resonance. But this is a mix of everything.
Everything.
There's the ambery effect, there's the lactonic, there's the buttery, and then there's a bit of powdery that gives me that feeling of a toffee that kind of is granular when you break it, so it's not so gooey, but it is gooey at this. It's just a bit of everything. I
Gooey.
have no
Oh
answers
my God,
to
it's
it.
gooey. That's exactly
How
what
did
it
they
is.
make this?
It's gooey.
It's delicious.
It
know,
is
it
a
is.
gooey
And I don't
caramel
care. Whoever-
explosion.
It's gourmand. It's super
it's so good,
gourmand.
yeah.
And
But listen,
it's
I don't
not
think
sup-
people
it's
actually
not
understand what is
high heels
gourmand.
and fancy, but it is delicious.
Oh,
And
I
I can
got
guarantee
this.
you, nobody can smell this one.
I have a
and say no to
question
that.
for you. Is
Yeah.
that okay?
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
Okay. So, true or false? Ready?
To me or to her?
Sure.
Okay.
True or false?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Now I'm scared.
Okay. She's like, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Okay.
True or false? Gourmand only means sweet.
False.
False.
Gourmand
Thank
is
you.
edible. Doesn't necessarily mean sweet. Gourmand
You
is
should have
edible.
asked-
Could you repeat that one more time?
Gourmand means edible, doesn't necessarily mean sweet. A bitter coffee fragrance can be gourmand. Dark chocolate fragrance can be gourmand. A pizza scent can be gourmand. Everything that's edible is gourmand. Gourmand means edible.
Last part of that question
Smells
would be,
like food.
why have we, as a society in the fragrance world,
Mm-hmm.
have we allowed social media to now destroy the actual meaning of the word gourmand?
I have an answer to that. The same reason why we allowed people to think fig only means green and ill. Mic drop.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of applications, but it's just always misconceptions. The thing is, everyone is allowed to say whatever they want to say on their social media. If you don't like me, unfollow me. However, The problem is not with who's saying what. The problem is people actually believe that.
There's the
So
problem.
believe
please,
that-
people need to
Well,
double
people
check any
believe what?
So people
misconception,
believe- what
any
she means
information, like
is-
the endocrine disruptors that we spoke about earlier.
Right.
People believe everything they read. Just Google it, because whoever is claiming it is not a scientist. It's
That's
just another person
true.
like you.
Don't believe everything you see on social media. It's not true.
This is the
People-
thing.
just
And are
look
we
it
not,
up.
listen, are we not guilty in a very different extreme, but are we not, and there's a point to me saying this, are we not also guilty? The three of us are influencers. The three of us have different followers counts. The three of us do very different things, right? You and I work in the fragrance
More or less,
community,
yeah.
but more or less where you're going and where I'm going are in the same field.
Complementing each other.
Correct. We need each other,
Yeah.
but we're not going to do the same thing. So are we not all guilty of being in a bad mood or going through a depression or
Making
going through something
mistakes.
serious or having a bad day and then having to take a picture and go,
Yes,
are we not guilty of that?
we have to.
You're
Besides,
going to tell me that you've never put a smile on your face when
Daniel,
you're
how
having a
many
bad day?
times have you said something and then months
I
later
have.
you have
course you
realized
have.
that it was wrong? I am human. I make mistakes. I
Okay.
learn.
So
as I grow.
with that said, social media posts, content, real estate stays forever.
Yeah, internet is permanent.
So unless we make the effort to take down misinformation that maybe we as a whole have become a part of unknowingly, right? I have absolutely posted reviews that then later, 6 months later, have fallen in love with the fragrance that in the beginning I was like, bleh.
I did the opposite.
Vieja
Oh yes,
Cucci.
oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I've
I
been
hate
there.
this coffee. This coffee's horrible. And 3 months later, I'm like, this
I
is
love
my
this coffee.
favorite.
No, I did the opposite. So I sang
Yes.
praises of fragrances last year, and now I'm like, that's not well blended.
Yeah.
How did I ever recommend that? I regret it.
I've been there too.
Happens.
So I've been in both situations.
Yeah.
And maybe you just gave me an idea, and maybe you should, because it came out of your mouth, you should do it first, and then once I see your
Oh,
video,
no, it's
I'll
okay.
piggyback on
you.
you.
Can do it. It's fine. But
I
what is
think
it?
that is something that maybe we should start doing.
Revisiting.
Revisiting,
Thank you. Yes.
because we are so in the flow of the new,
Discover,
But
discover.
again, it's
rediscovering favorites and discovering that maybe we don't like them anymore.
yeah.
True.
But it's the
And
grind.
that's okay.
Daniel, how many fragrances do we get every single week?
So I've been
And
on
they're
a
all
trip.
new launches. And out of courtesy, you're supposed to review them because the brands made the effort to reach out to you. So more last year alone, how many? 6,000 fragrances were launched.
Last year.
6,000. How many days are there a year? So even if I'm lucky enough to do as you say, Jumana, and review something every single day, there's only 365 days in the year
True.
and 6,000 fragrances that there is. How am I supposed to review them and go back to the old content?